To put it in layman's language, I would say your faith is like this rope with the ball at the end, and everything is falling apart, but at the end is the ball, and you hold on to the ball, and that keeps you going. Whether I made $10 million or lost $7 million, you just trust in the higher power that you're going to get through this and things are going to be better someday. The house that I've lived on 114 Moog, I've lived in it since I was 6 months old. So I've lived in the same house for 75 years. In that 75 years, do you see the rhythm of life? I guess when I was started to walk when I was a couple years old, I was slow, and my mother took me to the doctor, and the doctor said he probably has a spastic condition, result of a birth injury, and they walked me heel toe when I walk because I shuffle my feet. Then when I was in junior high, I tried out for the basketball team. And all the kids made the team except me. And I cried because they were all my buddies that would play pig and horse on the school playgrounds. See what they say about me. Here we go. That was my senior picture, Roger Drawn. Football manager, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. So through junior high and high school, I did all the sports. And I felt like I belonged again. Latin club, 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Speech club, 1, 2. Oh. No, I was just seeing, for some. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There's some good pictures. There's my mother, Thelma, and there's Roger. Thelma, who adopted me, and there's Roger. Well, these are pictures. My parents, Frank and Thelma, lived through the Depression, so the value of money and savings was part of their life. That took hold when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. Then I guess when I was maybe in junior high, I started cutting the neighbor's grass, and I used to push more at that time.
Just one more time.
So through junior high, high school, and college, I almost had my own business.
One more time. Just one more time.
And then I also went back to college to work on my master's degree.
One more time. Just one more time.
Christmas card. I was just the average student. I struggled in school, but I did pass. And when there was ever any contest to sell, like magazines or books, I always was the top seller because I could outsell anybody. And if you call them and get them out, then you should pay that by December 31st. Okay? Bye-bye. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Bye. You know, I was in high school and I thought to myself, what do people do with money? And I said, I bet you they invest in stocks and bonds. See, people don't do this with money. They do it all like that. No, I just do it the old-fashioned way. And I started investing in securities. I invested in local companies where I knew something about. Yeah, there it is, 1963, 1962 income gross. See, I could take these to my desk out there. Look at that. I bought more stocks. Look at that. I was making money. 3,000. 1966. Honeywell. 7,000. Look at that. 100 shares in May Department Store. 5,000. In the past, when I had money, I had a stack of envelopes like this, maybe 200 envelopes of different charities. Then I had a checkbook. Then I went over to St. James in Wyoming, and they gave me like 200 checks. And I would write checks for the people, so the people would think it's coming from St. James and not me. Then I wrote one check to St. James to cover the cost of the checks. $178,515. That was 87. So could you imagine what that would be? That would be almost $600,000 a day, right? So I kept busy. But fortunately, I don't have to do this anymore because I don't have any money. Because of the stock market crashed in 2008, which was very difficult. $624 cut and raised. Oh no! And then I had snow removal, leaves. But that propelled Magnify Giving, and now I feel like I'm doing better work because I'm involved with the youth of learning how to give back. So when Roger's not here anymore, Roger's essence of giving back will be implanted with the youth of tomorrow. And lastly is time, talent, treasure. We all have time. Volunteer at the soup kitchen or church, or we all have a talent, we all have a gift, we're all unique people, and we all have a treasure, whether it's financial treasure or just something that we accumulated over the years and it's worth something. The Magnify Giving concept involved with lunching with Dr. Vapruba, who was the president of NK University. When I was leaving, it came out to me that the Morrison Foundation is starting a program at the university where they give the kids funds and discover the needs of the community and have to make a decision on who to help out. And I walked away with that with, oh my, God's been good to me, and every year I write checks and help out charities and people, and boy, I struggle not to write a check, but boy, there's people here in your own community, there's people in around the city, around the state, around the world. Who do you help out?
We got Brave Choices, and we still need a couple words, Brianna. We got Addiction Service Council, we're talking about, they have broad services, so they do a lot. Inject Hope, we haven't heard anything from, or Center for Addiction Treatment, and we'll still wait to hear from Tori on hers.
Beth was the first person who I contacted because I was like, how do I handle this? Like, my dad's gone, like, who am I supposed to talk to? What am I supposed to do? And like, Beth was who I really reached out to.
Do you feed the people or do you educate the people? They're tough decisions, and I thought, boy, if you let the young people do that, maybe someday there'll be a little Roger out there, because I was never married. Or then I thought to myself, if I would give the checks to the teacher that's doing the program in the school and involve 20 to 30 or 40, 50 kids in the process, they're still going to open the check in the charity, but there could be up to 50 or 60 young people learn about not only the charity that they give it to, but other charities in town. Boy, this is a neat idea.
Brave Choices. So much fun. You said you have no idea how exciting? I really do. Yeah. I really do. As a matter of fact.
So I think through God's grace, my dream has come true, and live many years, many decades without Roger. I think in my life and my journey, I have overcome challenge in my life, but what's been the thread that keeps me stable, that keeps me grounded, and I think in reflection, the thing that's always been there was my faith in my come heck or high water, I still do the same routine. So that's another part of my faith, is sometimes I just have to hold on to the ball, even though things are going haywire, and trust that there's a season for everything. And so, yeah, this season is not the season I desire, but if I hold on there, there'll be a better season.